Right, so hot chocolate and bacon roll, or bacon cob, or whatever you want to bloody call it, consumed. And now we're gonna head cross country. Saw that happening. Head cross country back and back to Seaways, where I shall possibly have to make a run back down to Tesco's for something to cook, because all I have with me is noodles. Which I don't think will be a sufficient meal tonight. I've also got to try and stay awake. Sort of last night, I think I already mentioned, I was awake at 2 and 4. And then from 4 onwards I've just been awake, so I'm starting to now feel a little tired. So I've just got to try and stay awake. So that I basically just crash out completely tonight. So I'll leave it until we start cutting out, because we're just basically riding out Scarbarough at the minute. And yeah, I'll catch up in a little bit. Right, so we've just come by Jacob Mount. So this is the part where we start heading cross country. Bit of a roller coaster road, this one. Yeah, the silver does look quite nice in person.
More balanced.
Yeah. Yeah, what I was commenting now was Graham had, a while ago now, that he'd had a little off, and he couldn't pick the bike up because of how it was. And him, Calm and Mrs. Calm picked it up, and he bent the handlebars, the original handlebars he bent, twisted the forks, but he's had the he had all the clamps released at R&M, and it's just had new handlebars put on. And instead of the gold, which was what originally came, which I'll put a few pictures on, he had the silver, which matches his crash bars, which I said to him last night when we were talking, I prefer the gold because of the gold wheels and the sort of bronzy gold stanchions. But that silver that matches his crash bars, it looks quite smart. And as Graham says, it does kind of balance out a bit. So we're just pootling along, sort of 55, 60. And yeah, this is a road that I've not been down, just to the section that I have been down, to be fair. But yeah, Graham's taking me a little cross country, as I said, and it's a good bit of cross country. So far we've done about 72 miles today. Yeah, a nice little day out. Oh, I'm tired. Ugh. Obviously we're now back in the grounds of East Riding of Yorkshire. Oh, how I wish I was riding a little Himalayan down here. It was actually, I've just seen a Tesla and it's just made me think. Me and Graham was sat at, I think it's the Oasis Cafe at Scarbarough. We were having a conversation about electrics. And Graham's a Volkswagen man. And he's thinking his next car will be an electric, something similar to his T-Cross size-wise. And I was sort of saying, I've not tried electric vehicles. I'd like to, just haven't had the opportunity. And he was saying, in sort of my lifetime, there'll be a point when, in Graham's words, well, he'll be long gone. And I'll be sort of going, I had a conversation about it taking off. But as me and Graham were sort of discussing, and he was telling me about his conversation with the guy at the Volkswagen dealership that he buys his cars from. The range issue is not really an issue. If you think about things logically, is how often do you stop, like the range that you actually do and you actually need, and then when it's just cushy for when you go a bit of distance like I have. Like a 40-minute stop on the motorway in places, it will be fine. Because let's face it, you should really stop over sort of 200 miles anyway. 150 to 200 miles. Oh, we're in Sledmere, by the way. But it was the dealer apparently was pointing out. The problem is when, and this could damn well be a problem, when it rolls out, I think it's 2030 about the no longer allowed to buy internal combustion engine vehicles. I think it's cars. There's going to be a charging sort of problem, and that's that the infrastructure is not going to be there. Sure, it's fine for the amount of cars that we have now, but can you imagine when there's a vast majority and the charge network? There's a little truck up there. Yeah, it could damn well be an issue. And the queue, like we've been queuing for petrol, the queue for charging. It's an interesting topic. Anyway, I don't think we're very far away at this point. Although as I'm tired, it starts to get a little hungry. Another bird that Graham's about taking out again. Yeah, it's just nice to get out and not rush about. And just come across country. Yeah, so I certainly see why people come to Yorkshire. If you do want to see more sort of Yorkshire and the East Riding of Yorkshire, then I've probably mentioned Graham's channel quite a few times. And yeah, strongly recommend going and watching his channel. Yep, and we're just coming into Friday Fork now, and Seaways is just over here because I can see it on the map. And it's still busy. Nice little 80 mile round trip.
Yeah. It's time for it to run.
Huh?
We didn't quite come back the way I was planning to. That bloody tractor went exactly where I didn't want it to go.
Yeah, I thought it did.
Valley. So
yeah.
I'll buckle it, we'll come over the top. Because if I came that way, I could show you Sedmere.
Yes,
That's the nicest village in East Yorkshire as far as I can see.
Yes.
So.
Time for a coffee?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.